We are seeing now the last section of the fourth canto of the book of Yoga. Savitri is going to meet the mother of light, of joy and peace. She has already met the mother of suffering, of grief divine, and the mother of might, of works and force. She had promised them that she would come back and bring strength, bring wisdom. Now she is going to promise to this third world force, Savitri's soul force, the possibility of seeing the Absolute Himself, the possibility of God living in the body. Of course, while she is meeting the soul forces, she also encounters the opposing forces rising from below as a challenge to what she is going to do. This challenge is inherent in the very nature of things. It can be removed only when Savitri has discovered her soul, only when the Supreme Divine Force enters into her physical. Until then, this challenge will remain there. But Savitri has to be aware of this, and that is what now we are going to see here in this last section, section 1, 2, 3. Ascending still her spirit's upward route, Savitri is going from level to level. Now she is reaching the last stage. Ascending still her spirit's upward route, she came into a high and happy space where there is joy, where there is delight, where there is sweetness. A white tower of vision, whence all could be seen. She is at the top of the world, and the whole panorama is there stretching in front of her. And all was centered in a single view, as when by distance separate scenes grow one, and a harmony is made of views at war. When you see the mountain with the trees and forests and bushes from a distance, the whole thing looks a harmonious perfection. You don't see separations at all. The colors are not different, they match into each other very well. Therefore, a harmony is made of views at war. If you see them individually, separately, it might look as if one color is quarreling with the other color, the dark with the bright, the blue with the red. But from a distance, they merge into each other and look very harmonious. And a harmony is made of views at war. The wind was still, and fragrance packed the air. It was a quiet place, and it is a fragrant place also. The wind was still, and fragrance packed the air. There was a carol of birds and murmur of bees, and all that is common and natural and sweet, yet intimately divine, to heart and soul. A nearness thrill to the spirit to its source. She is feeling the closeness of her soul even as she is ascending on this upward route. A nearness thrill of the spirit to its soul, and deepest things seemed obvious, close, and true. Here, living center of that vision of peace, a woman sat in clear and crystal light. This is the mother of light, of joy and peace, whom Savitri is seeing. Here, living center of that vision of peace, a woman sat in clear and crystal light. Heaven had unveiled its luster in her eyes. Her feet were moonbeams, her face was a bright sun. Her feet were moonbeams, soft, velvety, silvery, and her face dazzling, brilliant, golden, orange. Her smile could persuade a dead, lacerated heart to live again and feel the hands of calm. Such was her power, her smile, that even someone who is mangled, who is tormented, who is tortured, he could feel solace in her company because of her. Her smile could persuade a dead, lacerated heart to live again. It could take courage and ought to live once more and feel the hands of calm. A low music heard became her floating voice. She is speaking to Savitri in low tone, with all the sweetness, with all the joy in it. A low music heard became her floating voice. Oh Savitri, I am thy secret soul. She is addressing to Savitri. Yes, it is there in your soul that I am residing. I have come down to the wounded and desolate earth. Why I am sitting here? I have come down to the wounded, desolate earth to heal her pangs and lull her heart to rest. I have come down to the wounded, desolate earth to heal her pangs and lull her heart to rest. Her earth's heart, desolate, barren, without any hope in life. I have come down to the wounded, desolate earth to heal her pangs and lull her heart to rest and lay her head upon the mother's lap. It is there she will get true consolation, true solace. It is there she will find refuge to all her difficulties. That she may dream of God and know His peace, that earth may dream of God and obtain His peace, and draw the harmony of higher spheres into the rhythm of earth's rude, troubled days. This discourteous life, this rude life, this troubled life, these troubled routines, days, happenings, they will get into another rhythm and draw the harmony of higher spheres, the harmony of the skies, of the planets. It is that which will flow into our veins. That she may dream of God and know His peace, and draw the harmony of higher sphere into the rhythm of earth's rude, troubled days. That is why I am sitting in your soul. I show to her the figures of bright gods. Yes, it is to the earth that I tell, this is Indra, this is Varuna, this is Vayu, this is Agni, this is Soma, this is Mitra. I show her all these gods. I show to her the figures of bright gods and bring strength and solace to her struggling life. High things that now are only words and forms I reveal to her in the body of their power. It is their power I reveal to her, disclose to her that these are the powers sitting in your body, in your physical. I am peace that steals the man's war-torn breast. Amid the rain of hell, his acts create a hostel where heaven's messengers can lodge. It is here heaven's messengers can come and lodge. Amid the rain of hell, his acts create God's acts. It is here I create in this hell. And this is the place where the messengers of heaven can come and stay. I am charity with a kindly hands that bless. I give generously all my gifts to humankind. I am charity with the kindly hands that bless. I am silence with the noisy tramp of life, the daily buzz, the market sounds, the shout and the cry and the weeping. Amongst them, it is the silence of the gods that I bring. I am charity with the kindly hands that bless. I am silence with the noisy tramp of life. I am knowledge pouring on her cosmic map. This is a map sketched out here, and I look into all these details and tell her this is this, this is this, this is. It is that knowledge which I bring and give to her. I am charity with the kindly hand that bless. I am silence with the noisy tramp of life. I am knowledge pouring on a cosmic map, looking carefully, minutely in every detail. In the anomalies of the human heart is full of contradictions, grief and joy, hatred and love. These constantly go on in the human actions and activities. In the anomalies of the human heart, where good and evil are close bedfellows, they live together, both good and evil. He is subject to them simultaneously. There is the good which will promote the life's prospects. There is the evil which will drag man backward. There is light, there is darkness. There is truth, there is error. There is right, there is wrong. All these things are present simultaneously in man. There is freedom, there is also bondage. There is valor, heroic deeds, there is also weakness. There is the God of benevolence, of wisdom. There is the God of destruction also, Ahura Mazda, and the antagonist. They live simultaneously. There is the praise for all the good that is done. There is also the punishment for the wrong which is committed by man. Simultaneously, these are the anomalies present in the human nature here. In the anomalies of the human heart, where good and evil are close bedfellows, they live simultaneously, they are inseparable. And light is by darkness dogged. At every step you go in light, but behind is trailing darkness all along. Where is largest knowledge is an ignorance. What is man's knowledge after all? It is accompanied by ignorance. I am the power that labors toward the best and works for God and looks up toward the heights. This is what I do. I work for God and look up towards the height. I make even sin and error stepping stones. Man's sin and error, they themselves are promoting his prospects in one way or the other. Life and death, knowledge and ignorance, sin and error, they are also in a certain sense promoting life's prospects. It is by death that life progresses. I make even sin and error stepping stones, and all experience a long march towards light. Out of the inconscient abyss, consciousness, there was nothing, achetana. Everything was dumb, mute, without any form, without any quality. It is out of that I have built consciousness. I have built senses, I have built perception, I have built values, and I have to still go further on. Out of the inconscient, I build consciousness and lead through death to reach immortal life. That is the mechanism I have found to take man forward on his path of spiritual possibilities. Out of the inconscient, I build consciousness and lead through death to reach immortal life. So death is a helper in that respect. And even sin and error stepping stone, and all experience a long march towards light. Out of the inconscient I build consciousness and lead through death to reach immortal life. Many are God's forms by which He governs in man. He comes with different qualities, with different powers, with different attributes, and presents Himself to man. Many are God's forms by which He grows in man. They stamp His thoughts and deeds with divinity. So whatever man does, it is on those things He puts His stamp. Uplift the stature of the human clay, this human material consciousness, it is elevated because of many gods who I bring here. Uplift the stature of the human clay, or slowly transmute it into heaven's gold. It is the spiritual elevation which comes because of me. Many are God's forms by which He grows in man. They stamp His thoughts and deeds with divinity. Uplift the stature of the human clay, or slowly transmute it into heaven's gold. What are God's forms? Innumerable. If you recite the 1,000 names of Vishnu, each name of Vishnu has a form, has a quality, has a certain power. It is those 1,000 forms which I bring to man. Vishnu Sahasranama, that is what we chant. All His attributes we invite that they may dwell in us. This Mother of Light is telling Savitri, it is those forms of God I bring to man. Many are God's forms by which He grows in man. What are those forms? He is a good, that is the first form. He is the good for which men fight and die. Yes, that is the struggle for good. He is good. He is the war of right. The second form is right, which right and wrong. So right and wrong they're fighting, but it is the right which I bring. It is the good that I bring. He is freedom, rising deathless from her fire. Something which is not existing, not living, and burnt. From that fire, it is the freedom which comes up. Good, right, freedom. He is valor, guarding still the desperate past. Guarding still the desperate past. The valor of Baji Prabhu, guarding the desperate path for Shivaji's transit to safety. That is the quality which I bring to man. He is good for which men fight and die. He is a war of right which right and wrong. He is freedom rising deathless from her pyre. He is valor guarding still the desperate past. All lone and erect on the shattered barricade, or a sentinel in the dangerous echoing night. This is what the man of valor does. Then it's not just valor, he is also a martyr. He sacrifices life for the sake of value. He, the crown of the martyr, burned in flame. He doesn't care about his life. He just plunges into that. And the glad designation of the saint. He is martyr, he is saint, he is freedom, he is valor, he is saint. And courage, indifferent to wounds of time, he is also personified courage. Man, God personified as courage, it is Him I bring here. And courage, indifferent to the wounds of time, and a hero's might, wrestling with death and fate. He is wisdom incarnate on a glorious throne, and a calm autocracy of the sage's rule. So he is wisdom, he is hero, he is saint, he is a sage. These are the forms of God which I bring to man. Not only that, he is the high and solitary thought, the nobility of mind, of high thinking thought. It is that I bring to him. He is the high and solitary thought, aloof above the ignorant multitude, unconcerned with this ignorance here. It is that lofty thought I bring. He, the prophet's voice, the sight to the seer, he is received. He is the prophet also. Not only that, he is beauty. He is beauty, nectar of the passionate soul. He is the truth by which the spirit lives. He is the richest of the spiritual vast, the spiritual wealth, abundance, plenty, dhana, vasu. These are the things of God which I bring to man. He is the richest of the spiritual vast, poured out in healing strains of indigent life. He is eternity, lived from hour to hour. He is infinity in a little space. He is immortality in the arms of death. All these are the forms of God I bring to man. These powers I am, and at my call they came. What are these powers? God's forms. He is good, He is right, He is freedom, He is valor, He is martyr, courage, hero, wisdom, sage, thought, prophet, seer, beauty, truth, richness, eternity, infinity, immortality. These are the forms of God I bring to man. This is my work. This is the work which I have been doing in your inner soul. He, the richest of the spiritual vast, poured out in healing streams of indigent life. He is eternity, lived from hour to hour. He is infinity in a little space. He is immortality in the arms of death. These powers I am, and at my call they come. Thus slowly I lift man's soul near to light. By bringing these powers, I take man forward towards light. But human mind, yes, this is the work I have been doing. What is the response from human mind? But human mind clings to its ignorance. It holds on to its own ignorance. It does not accept the gifts which I am bringing to him. But human mind clings to its ignorance and to its littleness, the human heart, smallness, pettiness. This is what the human heart is, and it is happy with that. It clings to it. And to the right, and to its right, to grieve the earthly life. I bring great things, but he is happy with the earthly life, to littleness. Only when eternity takes time by the hand, the condition is such that man cannot be saved unless eternity takes lead and takes hold of time and leads time forward. Only when eternity takes time by the hand, only when infinity which the finite thought, can man be free from himself and live with God. I bring meanwhile the gods upon the earth. I bring back hope to the departing heart. I give peace to the humble and the great. Although man is not accepting my gifts, I continue to do my work. I bring gods upon the earth. I bring hope. I give peace and set my grace on the foolish and the wise equally. Whether he is foolish or he is wise, on all of them I shower my grace. I shall save earth if earth consents to be saved. I am helpless. I am there to save man. I am there to save earth. But I need a proper response from earth, from man. He has to give the consent. I cannot impose safety, the heaven's gifts. I cannot impose on him. He has to accept it. Then love shall at last unwounded tread earth's soil. When he is open to my gifts, then shall love come and live on earth. Man's mind shall admit the sovereignty of truth. Then shall love and truth live here. And body bear the immense descent of God. It is not only his mind, it is not only his life, but his body also shall bear the weight of God's presence here. Then love shall at last unwounded tread earth's soil. Man's mind shall admit the sovereignty of truth, and body bear the immense descent of God.